time to get underway with Heat 3, Senior X30 Groups E versus F. Here's your starting grid. Dan Steeman starts on pole position. Alongside him will be championship leader from Dream Racing, Antwerp's very own Sam Balota. Victor Louis and Aaron Ferrazzano, this year's IAME Euro Cup winner, starts on row number 2. Florent Dierda and Clément Outron round out row 3. With Henk Voigt and Jack Buckley rounding out the top 4 rows. Charlie Gloom and the Netherlands' Riemer Blanc complete the top 10. Tihon Kienard and Otto Paikkonen round out row number 6 out of Philip Svensson from Norway, Simon Aqua from Belgium. Sam van der Heyden and Matthias van der Kerkhoff round out row number 8 with Sigrid Weimer, Dinan de Vos, Kimi Abraham and Kane Ince rounding out the top 20. Completing the 28-strong grid are Olivia Sampson, Maxime Valder, Benjamin Borg, Jeroen van Duivenvoorde, Kevin Lantinger all the way down in 25th, ahead of Luis Aguiar, Viti Veininen and Morocco's Yanis Martin rounding out the 28-strong grid. Well, more to the point, the big thing is, it's now time to see if we can get a third different winner out of 3 different heats this afternoon. We are going to have a small break after this until 20 past 4 when we get back underway with another 3 of the 15 qualifying heats, total of 21 for both junior and senior X30 combined. Here at Counting Defania Mariembourg, and a big thank you to everyone who's joined us so far over the course of the day. I think the best part of over 170 people at one point. Please don't forget to like, share and also subscribe whilst you get the opportunity. A small click on the subscribe button is something little for yourselves, but for us it means that we can help grow and expand this sport even more across the world here by live stream coverage. So Steeman, teammate to Mathis Marchot, who we've seen in the thick of things. And Steeman is no slouch either, but Balota is going to be happy that he's here again. And more to the point, when you look at the championship standings, well, remember what happened here 6.5 months ago? Sam Balota took a perfect score. And he was completely honest with myself and Simon at times that Genk is not his favourite track when it comes to qualifying. But he knows for a fact that when he's here, it's like knowing the back of the palm of your hand. You know it very intimately. You know every single nuance and every detail of the circuit, how it evolves over time. But it is time for Steeman and Balota to control the pace as we head into the tram lines for Heat 3, E versus F, X30 Senior for the final round of 2024. Plume of X30 125cc exhaust smoke in the background. Into the tram lines, revs rise, lights are on. Lights are out, we're underway. Good start by Steeman. Balota trying to keep to the outside as Victor Louis looking to the inside. And that is the 2:49 around. And that was Riemer Blanc from the Netherlands. But at the minute, Sam Balota holding on to third at the moment. There is an absolute smorgasbord of drivers trying to get one up on each other. Be careful going into turn 4 for the first time. Clément Outron is now up 1 position, now up into P5. Sam Balota now behind Victor Louis and Dan Steeman, the latter of which now leads the race after the early exchanges. So drivers making their way through into the escargot section. Line astern, you can see nigh on in that shot alone pretty much most of the field, with Riemer Blanc at the back end of the train.
Ouais, on est donc parti dans cette manche qualificative sous les chapeaux de roue, hein, avec un bon départ de la part de Dan Steeman qui vient de clôturer le premier tour. Bon départ également de la part de Victor Louis en 2e position, avec juste derrière lui le leader du championnat, Sam Balota. Départ pas évident hein, depuis la 2e position sur la grille de départ, mais très bien négocié de la part du pilote anversois, qui est donc en 3e position devant Aaron Ferrazzano et Clément Outran. Les favoris qui sont pour l'instant en train de répondre présent aux avant-postes, avec la pression ici mise par Sam Balota sur Victor Louis. Sam Balota qui sait qu'il est tout proche de l'exploit, tout proche d'une couronne de champion ce week-end. Lui qui court après depuis de nombreuses saisons, souvent battu par un certain Eli Goldstein qui n'est plus là cette saison, mais il y avait d'autres concurrents qui se sont mis sur sa route, mais pour l'instant c'est lui qui a bel et bien l'avantage. Et d'ailleurs, il confirme d'ailleurs qu'il a le rythme ce week-end avec le dépassement pour le gain de la 2e place. On sait que Sam Balota apprécie particulièrement ce tracé de Mariembourg. Il s'y était imposé ici au mois de mars, plus tôt dans la saison. Il avait marqué le maximum de points dans des conditions parfois sèches, parfois humides. Mais ici, il prouve bel et bien qu'il est bien parti pour aller chercher ce titre. Évidemment, il y a encore une longue route avant de confirmer ce titre. Mais en tout cas, il est bien en jambes et pourrait d'ailleurs revenir sur Dan Steenman qui fait un petit peu le bouchon là en tête de la course. On a un regroupement avec Dan Steenman, Sam Balota, Victor Louis et puis Aaron Ferrazzano qui n'est pas très loin non plus. Et Clément Outran va faire très certainement la jonction. Peut-être le changement de leader à l'issue de ce tour. Non, pas encore, mais c'est imminent. On a l'impression que ça va se décanter encore.
Well, also this season has been a season of comebacks, and Aaron Ferrazzano's has been the biggest talking point as Sam Balota back through and he finally gets the race lead here through turn number 3 on lap number 4. So the 290 last year running with VDK Racing, let's not forget, switched allegiances, and now there's going to be a move, and Dan Steenman has dropped down to 5th position. So that means that Sam Balota has gone up into the race lead, Victor Louis into 2nd, Ferrazzano 3rd, Outran 4th, and then Steenman closing out the top 5. A little bit further back is the 311 of Henk Voigt in 6th position. He's being chased down by Jack Buckley from Ireland. But Balota leads after lap number 4. But here goes Louis back up the inside for the race lead. Victor Louis takes the lead away. And in the meantime, Clément Outran has got passed through on Aaron Ferrazzano. Now, for those that do not remember the full history, as that is a move for 2nd. Oh, the elbows are out, and Balota now knows he's got a fight on his hand. He's down to 5th. Balota was leading, and the pendulum swings again. But the big thing is, folks, the team managers were welcome to the upstairs part of the cafeteria last night, and there was a very, very lengthy discussion with series organiser Thierry Lepine, Dave Ritson, our race director, also Mike Wagner from Camp Company GmbH. Big thank you to Camp Company for their provision of live streaming, live timing, race controls, some of the members of the team that are actually here as well. So big thank you to Mike and his crew. But yeah, there was a lot of discussion. They were upstairs for the best part of 45 minutes last night about what is expected. This is a championship finale. We want to make sure that the racing is fast and it is fair, and that is exactly what we are getting. But tomorrow, believe you me, folks, 15 qualifying heats, the drivers will be tired. Their levels of energy may be pushed to the absolute low, but the adrenaline will kickstart things, and the finals will be where we see every single battle line be extinguished, and then the war for the title becomes apparent as to who will be those that will be in the mix in the top 36 final tomorrow evening.
Et pendant ce temps, le leadership qui revient à Victor Louis qui a profité finalement des différentes bagarres derrière lui pour creuser un tout petit peu l'écart. Mais regardez, Clément Outran n'est pas très loin. 3 dixièmes d'écart entre le leader et le pilote français Aaron Ferrazzano en embuscade. Même constat pour Dan Steenman. Et Sam Balota, les 5 premiers regroupés vraiment dans un mouchoir de poche. Et on a l'impression que dans ces 5-là, tout le monde peut aller s'imposer, pourquoi pas, dans cette manche qualificative. On sait que les enjeux sont importants lors de cette dernière course. On sait que certains sont en bagarre pour un podium au final du championnat. Et certains sont en bagarre pour le titre. Donc il y a vraiment des enjeux très importants. Et puis il y a ceux qui sont revenus ici avec la confiance boostée à bloc pour aller tenter une victoire, aller tenter de chercher une victoire de prestige. C'est le cas notamment d'Aaron Ferrazzano, dont on a déjà parlé ce week-end, ce vendredi, parce qu'il est le récent vainqueur de la Yamé Eurocup au Mans. Et pendant qu'on en parle, eh bien, il est en train de revenir sur Victor Louis, qui vient de se faire dépasser par un certain Clément Outran. Et lui, il a une revanche à prendre par rapport à Genk. On le sait, il avait été privé d'une victoire sur tapis vert.
The final between him and Alessandro Giudisca which was a fair exchange, but it was decided and the decision stood that Outron would get a 5-second time penalty post-race. And Alessandro and Clément, oh, that's a dive and a half from Aaron. Aaron Ferrazzano gets through on Victor Louis. Dan Steeman waiting in the wings to pick up the pieces. Yeah, the move going through into turn 10 in the final on the last lap note thereof. Decision was made by race director at that point and said no, it's a 5-second advantage by contact, and thereby, well, the main thing was Alessandro Tudisca and Clément Outron shook hands as Dan Steeman dives up the inside through the opening corner, and that was on Victor Louis. So Dan Steeman in third. Sam Balota waiting the wings now. He dives up the inside of Victor Louis, this time through turn number 3. 2.25 minutes still remaining on the timer, plus an additional lap. Clément Outron, the French driver from TV Kart, being hustled by Aaron Ferrazzano from Eurokarting. And for those remembering the story from last year, Aaron suffered a severe leg break at the IWF in 2023 in Portimao, has come back after significant rehab, hasn't had the X30 Senior Yami Benelux campaign that he would have liked, but he made sure he got his ticket to prove a point that he wasn't out of the running yet. Now the top 3 line astern, diving to the inside, through goes Ferrazzano, through goes Steeman, and now Outron drops to third. Steeman dives up the inside, oh, bit of a touch with Aaron Ferrazzano, who's off the track and into the gravel. Oh, slightest of touches, and it unsettles Aaron Ferrazzano, and he's off into the kiddie litter. Yellow flags out heading into turn number 2. But now this has upset the apple cart ever so slightly. Now we have got, leading the way, it's Dan Steeman, Clément Outron in second. Third, that is Sam Balota. Now Henk Voigt looks to be in this mix now, and is I think, by my recollection, that is the 311 in 5th place. So let's see. 2 laps remaining in Heat 3, Senior E versus F. Steeman leads from Outron, Balota. Then it's Victor Louis in 4th, Henk Voigt, Charlie Gloom, Florent Dierda, Sam van der Heyden, Jack Buckley and Otto Paikkonen running at the top 10. But what a disaster with just 2 and a bit laps to go for Aaron Ferrazzano off the circuit into the kitty litter backwards off of turn number 2. So the drivers making their way through into the escargot section as the timer is about to count down to 0. 3, 2, 1. So lap 11 out of 12 completed. 1,500 metres to go approximately as Steeman leads the field. The top quintet coming across the crest and up over the hill. Now onto the start-finish straight. 1 lap to go. Outron tried to rotate the kart to go towards the inside line at turn number 1 on Dan Steeman, who's holding on at the minute. The top 4 rounded out by Victor Louis, covered by just under half a second. Victor Louis going a little bit deeper into turn 3 than everybody else. And more to the point, well, Dan Steeman is holding on at the minute. But there's still an opportunity for someone else to maybe become the 3rd different race winner in as many heats. Through into escargot for the final time. Dan Steeman. And from KCR Racing, I believe, coming through into the final right-hander. And Outron trying to get a run, dives to the inside, might get out-dragged here by Sam Balota. But Dan Steeman is going to take it. Who's going to get second? It's Outron. Outron takes second by fractions, like by next to nothing. That is 47 thousandths of a second, separating Clément Outron and Sam Balota for second position. Victor Louis and Henk Voigt ran out the top 5. Charlie Gloom 6th there to Florent Dierda, Sam van der Heyden, Jack Buckley, Otto Paikkonen, Simon Lacroix, Kevin Lantinga 25th to 12th, gaining 13 places at the end of that race. Dylan de Vos, Matthias van der Kerkhoff, Philip Svensson, they ran out the top 15 ahead of Sibu Weimer Rima Blanc, Kimi Abraham, Kane Ince and Tihon Kinau. Maxime Vornel, Jure van Duivenvoorde, Vit de Vennen and Olivia Sampson and Luis Aguiar round out the 25 finishers. Aaron Ferrazano unfortunately out on turn 2, lap 10. Benjamin Borg and Yanis Martin unfortunately retiring on lap number 5 apiece.